And royal biographer Sally Bedell-Smith, well, she delivers again, this time on her Substack, Royal Extra, where she gives us details from a series of interviews she did with Lady Elizabeth Anson prior to her death in 2020, including about an alleged argument between Harry and the late Queen in 2018. Here is Phil Dampier, seasoned royal biographer and journalist, explaining the relationship between Bedell-Smith and Lady Anson and the Queen.
This has come from Sally Bedell-Smith, who's a very, very well-respected royal biographer. She was extremely close to Lady Elizabeth Anson, who was a confidant and a cousin of the Queen. And Liza Shackley, as Sally Bedell-Smith likes to call her, she was speaking to the Queen on a regular basis, right up until her death, in fact, and spoke to her every day, even in lockdown. So this has come right from the horse's mouth, so to speak. And I think, the fact that we can trust this information, which is so derogatory to Meghan, is very, very telling. And to be honest, it confirms what we'd already suspected.
So why does this matter? Well, obviously the Sussex's version has had plenty of media coverage, but we've only ever heard quiet snippets from within the firm about how not all was well while Harry and Meghan were still working royals. A disclosure like this really adds some colour to the sketch. Phil Dampier went on.
At first, the Queen was very keen on Meghan. She welcomed her. She thought she'd be great. And then slowly but surely, like a lot of other people, she saw a different side to her. And very disappointingly, she started to have her doubts about her. And I think it ruined her relationship with Harry, which was a very close one. She claimed that she was rude to her for 10 minutes. She wouldn't tell her details of her wedding dress. She couldn't understand why she wouldn't talk about that. She remarked that Harry was perhaps a little bit too much in love, was possibly besotted and a bit weak, being manipulated by Meghan. And I think, unfortunately, that confirms what I've been saying or thought for the last few years, that sadly, Meghan never really had any intention of staying in the royal family. She saw it as a stepping stone, getting married to Harry, to new fame and fortune. And I think that's what initially Prince William was concerned about, and that's why they fell out.
In a word, brutal. And frankly, in line with what many of us suspected, sad as that may be. Now, Harry clearly missed the red flags, but it looks like the wise heads worked Meghan out pretty quickly. Meghan, on the other hand, appears to have thought that she could just trot into a millennium-old institution and expect to have her way. So what came afterwards obviously has been excellent fodder for the gossip pages, but ultimately very sad for the royal family itself. A family and a firm which, it seems, up until that point, seemed to be constantly tasked with saving Harry from himself.